welcome to the Eclectic Collection podcast. I know you're excited because I am. This is episode 122, Abierto-Cerrado. I can't take credit for that. That's like straight old school Sesame Street. Used to be a guy that ran up to a door, and he would try and open the door, and it would open, and he'd be like, Abierto. And then the guy would run away, far away, and then the door would shut behind him, and he would go to grab it, and he would try and open it, and it was locked, and he'd be like, Cerrado, which is closed. Why am I using that? Well, because on my quest of trying to figure out weird things that we've always put up with, one more thing has come to mind. It's bad enough that, I talked about hotel rooms not being a whole day and shrinkflation lately and how I just can't make anything taste good in a crock pot. And these are all pretty basic things, but I've realized that lately, people, in addition to just not caring about anything, they don't even update their information. So open and closed is sort of the beginning and end of operations of any vendor any day. And most people, rather than let their fingers do the walking, if you're a Gen X, you understand that reference. You're not going to a phone book anymore. Kids are like, what's a phone book? You are going to the internet and you type in that business, or you look at their Facebook page or whatever, or Insta, Snappy, Grammy, Chatty, whatnots, and you're like, oh, hours of operation. Click, and it'll say, 10 to 8 or 12 to 5 or whatever. So sometimes they are like, oh, close it soon, or holidays may differ, or different possibility because this is President's Day, or it'll warn you. Well, I have found lately that places that I know very well, not only do I have their times memorized, but I've noticed that they're not sticking to their hours. And I don't mean on like 4th of July, they're obviously closed or something like that. I mean like people that I've always known, vendors that I've always used, stores that I've always frequented have just suddenly decided to be like, whatever. Like sometimes they'll just pack up and leave. And okay, if they're a mom and pop shop, I get that. Like Best Buy can't do that. Like that's a no because they're corporate. But some of these places are like dangerously close to being more than a mom and pop shop, and not quite maybe corporate, but like a pizza shop that is pretty happening, and you've had a lot of business. Well, they just decided not to open it on Sunday, but they didn't really say anything, and they didn't update their website. It's on the door, but you'd have to physically go to the place to understand. And if you call, then it's just rang and rang and rang, and you never have an outgoing message, nor did you put any information on that outgoing message. People would have no clue. The other day, I found out that a Chinese restaurant that I like to go to is closed on Tuesdays. And typically in restaurant world, Monday is sort of the day to be off if you have a restaurant or you own a private place or a pizza shop. Usually Mondays are the day to be off because you work all weekend. And not to say you have to do that, but Tuesday was an odd day. One of my pizza shop buddies, I know him well. He's closed on Sunday. It's just random. Or worse yet, they're just closing up whenever they feel like it. So if they didn't have a long day or they had a bad day or, I could see if something happened, there's a flood, God forbid there was a situation with weather or they had something go wrong with a massive shipment and they had to just shut down the store. Okay, that's an emergency. I get that. But this is like, yeah, we were slow, we closed up. Yeah, we didn't feel like staying open. It wasn't some wedding in the family and they closed up for the day and warned people about it ahead of time. These types of things have been happening everywhere a lot. And I just don't get it. I really don't get it. And if you're going to do that, post it. If you want to change your hours, to 12 to 5 and truncate them, fine. But let people know because that's where they're going to go first. Sadly, people are looking at Google usually before they, get in a car or make a phone call to order whatever they want or do whatever they're going to do. And a lot of times it's like a mystery. So I don't understand why that's happening. But there's been more and more, oh, it's closed. Oh, sorry, they're closed. How come they're closed? I don't know. And there's no information. So if you don't want to update your website and make it all pretty, that's great, but at least update your hours or put a little blurb or let people know or put a sign on the door beginning on such and such. We will no longer be open on Mondays, just so people know, because it's bad enough that we're trying to get everyone, I keep saying back to normal. It's been like 4 years at this point if we're not back to normal. I mean, there's no more normal anymore. The new normal, they call it. Yeah, well, it's a horrible normal. So the idea that everybody's still rocking the lazy, not wanting to go into the job or the work or whatever the situation is, I get it. But there are those places that still have to provide namely, gas stations, food stores, there's still stuff that has to happen. You still need car insurance, you still need to have your oil changed. You still need to buy clothes. You still need to go to the grocery store. So there's things that you have to do no matter what. Yeah, you can, mitigate some of that with maybe Amazon deliveries or getting something brought to you, but there's still places that you actually have to go and physically sign things, do things, buy things, or check it out, try it on, whatever. And I get it. It's rough because those people don't catch the break, but let everyone else know if you're not going to be there, because it's horrible when you try to, well, you planned your day around whatever, and then you find out they're not open. Well, how did you know? Nobody knew. Well, we found out when we got there. There's nothing more annoying than that. So don't cut off from your patrons. You want to help the people that help you, that help build your business. If you liked what you heard today, then check out eclecticcollectionpodcast.com or follow us on your preferred platform. I'm Terry Tenaglia. Thanks for listening.